My first time at
Absolutely.
Modex, so this should be interesting.
Oh, fun. We got a first timer here. All
Yeah,
right.
I've already learned where A, B, and C is.
Oh yeah, that's probably the biggest mission to accomplish first, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but welcome to the booth here. You're with Mighty Line Tape. Mighty Line Tape, sponsor of the podcast. We have our custom. People can't see it at home, but warehouse is our sexy tape right here in the booth, and we love what you guys do. So tell us a little bit about Mighty Line Tape if people are not familiar.
Okay, Muddy Line Tape, 20 years in business. Started as a family business.
Mm.
What's unique about Muddy Line is they are the premier product in the class, 50 mil
Yeah.
tape, beveled edges. They've got some unique patents. I come into this field as a safety professional,
Mm.
and I've come out of retirement to join Muddy Line to help them out with some
Oh, wow.
interesting solutions. So my job is the safety solutions director for the company, and I'm helping them advance in the area of safety and any of the regulatory areas, questions, or unique things that present anyone trying to use the product.
Mm.
And what attracted me was the company itself.
Yeah.
They're a bright-minded group of people.
Mm.
They've got cutting-edge products. They offer safety solutions. So to me, being a safety professional, I would insist on any company that I work with
Yeah.
Be on the cutting edge.
Yeah, absolutely. And so now, Dave, people might be saying, tape, how does tape make my warehouse safer? So
Well,
tell us a little bit about that.
Let me give you a little background here first.
Sure.
I've had 38 years in the field of occupational safety, health, fire protection, life safety.
Hmm.
I've sat on the NFPA 101 Life Safety Code Committee. I've been involved in standards making, working with all the regulatory agencies, and most importantly, having worked with the state of Ohio to investigate accidents prior to coming to my last employer, where I was global director of safety.
Yeah.
I can tell you that the visual value of walking into a workplace and having employees know where to go, where to walk, where lift trucks need to be, where your 5S areas need to be, says a world not just to employees, but anyone operating a vehicle and to customers walking through. And I think it's a part of a culture. When you show that you care about your employees,
Yeah.
you're going to get that behavior and value on the safety side of things. And you want people going home every day.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's such a great point too, because you may think like how much of a difference is tape going to make in my operation? But I mean, I've laid down, I don't even know how many yards of tape in my career. I don't want to think about it because it took a long time to do that. But and there's always recorrecting the non-straight lines.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it makes such a difference to have that organization, have things, visual indicators, have those clear marks out there. So tell us a little bit. I mean, because aside from tape, which is a great way to section off areas or create clear walkways, pathways for certain things, have visual indicators that this is an area where these items are quarantined or they're damages, whatever the case may be, and have that clear kind of 5S. But tell us from some of the other things that Mighty Line does too in terms of visual indicators, signs
Sure.
from like a safety perspective.
Sure. The sign collection is pretty complete.
Yeah.
It's a lovely sign for whether it's stop signs, whether it's weather signs, whether it's where to store hazardous materials, fire protection equipment. It's part of a 5S process that anyone who's got a warehouse or an industrial occupancy that is looking for a way to delineate and mark where things need to be. Employees know where it needs to be, supervisors know, and it assures that it stays in place. So there's quite a collection of signage. What's unique lately is we've come up with a clear window. So if you've got signage, whether it's barcodes or whether it's a particular statement that you need to make for an employee or a lift truck operator, you can place that beneath the clear window so that we've got the opportunity to create your own sign custom. And we've developed some unique signs, and my suggestion there is go to mightylinetape.com to take a look at the full list of signage that we do offer.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the signage is such a great thing. I will say my favorite sign is the trash can sign. I'm a big stickler for making sure the trash can always gets back to the right place. because you get used to it being there, right? And if you have that sticker, people will remember that, oh, it goes in front of this aisle, it doesn't go in front of that aisle, right? And
Yeah,
it
I
doesn't
love
get
that.
lost. Yeah.
And you're right. I mean, I'm finding myself walking around the show here looking for trash cans, and I don't
Yeah.
have any visual signage as to where they are.
Yeah. What's going
But
on?
in a warehouse, yes. And also, having dealt with fire and risk and life safety, that helps you control that risk by
Absolutely.
ensuring that it goes in the proper container. So
Yeah.
it's essential, really, for any workplace.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the custom option too is fantastic as well. As I mentioned, we have our own custom tape here, so they can, I mean, they can literally put anything on the tape or on the signs. I mean, we put warehouses are sexy on our tape, so I think they can do whatever, right? But I mean, it's great to have that option, the flexibility and those options to do those types of things. And I think the quality and the durability of the tapes and the signs too is fantastic as well. But I'm curious here, as you know, we look around here at Modex, everything that's around us, whether it's an A, B, or C hall, we see a lot of robots, automation, all those types of things. And, there's little things in between too, but how is kind of Mighty Line entering into like this automation phase, and what are some of the tapes that are helping with that? And I think you guys have an automated tape applicator as well.
Yes, actually, at the show today, we're demonstrating, I'll call it our version 1 robot. So it is able to lay down tape robotically. It's not commercially available yet because likely we'll go to market with version 2, which is not here to be seen.
Okay.
But I can tell you, as a safety person coming into the organization and having the opportunity to be involved in the robotic design, I'm thrilled. It's exciting.
Yeah.
And it's going to really, I think, change the way things are done in terms of applying tape, at least offering that option. So if you've had the experience doing this,
Yes.
there's nothing better. It'll do a straight line,
Man.
Following a laser, and it will not be too long before we put that in.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's such a fantastic thing. I remember seeing it, I think, for the first time at ProMat last year, maybe, that was there, right? And so I'm very excited for it to come to market, because I think it's, maybe somebody might be like, automated tape applicator, is that like overkill? And I'm like, no. Like, when you're putting down that tape, and, just thinking about my lower back, like just being bent over, put that tape, and I'm thinking about, the number of employees that have cursed me out because I told them their line was not straight.
And we're talking ergonomics 101 here,
Yeah.
So ergonomics in the workplace, it's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And you may look at the initial cost, but over time and the back injury, no
Absolutely.
problem.
Yeah. And I think it takes away too from the labor suck as well, right? Because you typically have somebody, and it can take time when you want to do a long line. It takes a lot of time to do that and make sure that it's right, it's straight, and all those types of things, the right measurement, and making that happen. So having that kind of applicator, I think, is a huge win for the industry, I would say, and a huge win for the 5S fanatics out there too. But I'm curious, Dave, from your safety background, as we look in the warehouse, I mean, give us kind of maybe some of your top warehouse safety tips.
That's a good one. I started doing podcasts, and it's interesting. This month, I'm talking about color. And when you think about it, color is so exciting. I mean, you sit here and you look around at the show, and you look at the lights, and you look at how people are using color to communicate. So I'm starting with discussing the OSHA color safety standards, which are very outdated. They're at the booth next to us, and they admitted it in the conversation I've had with them. But I'm going to be covering the ANSI standards, the ISO standards, and what's critical is when you really look at the line of products that we have. One of the things that even surprised me, I'm surprised more people don't use the photoluminescent stripe that we have in our tape.
Yeah.
We've just had a couple theater productions come to us and ask us for some help with photoluminescence. So we're helping them with tape. Recently at the show, we've had a number of people come up. We put down a new tape, which is a diamond plate aluminum tape that's just really, you call your show the Sexy Warehouse.
Yeah.
We've got the sexy tape.
Oh, yeah, some sexy
So
tape.
you take a look at our sexy tape, and people are just wanting it, and they're just staring at it, saying, wow, I want that.
I got to see that.
In fact, I'm already thinking, where can I use this myself?
Yeah.
So it's exciting. I mean, that's something that we came here and just did that for fun
Mm.
and didn't realize that it was such an attractive product that people are finding a use for it. But the color schemes that we have
Yeah.
are unique because we've got just about everything. I mean, we cover the full range of color. We cover the full range of striping.
Mm.
We insert photoluminescence into it, do the beveled edge on the tape, and have got a unique adhesive that enables it to pull up if you need to.
Mm.
But anyhow, I'd say I'm going to be promoting the color side and the visual side a little more recently here because
Okay.
I think it advances safety in ways that we can't even communicate.
Yeah.
And just as an example, I walked into, this is many years ago, a plant where I was expected to tell people that the guards needed to be yellow.
Mm.
Every single guard on the machinery throughout the entire plant was painted a bright blue.
Oh.
It was the most, I am still,
Yeah.
amazed at how beautiful that was.
Really.
But it was the cleanest work environment.
Yeah.
Their use of blue, even though it was a bit of a non-conforming color,
Yeah.
really
Yellow,
made them
yeah.
outstanding. And if you think
Mm.
about some of the big players in the industry who come to us,
Mm.
they've got their own unique green or orange or
Mm.
blue
Yeah.
tape that they use to define certain routes that they want their vehicles to travel in as well.
Very interesting. Yeah, yeah. And I think the color is so important because it does have that visual indicator, and you want to make an impact in some cases, right? You want things to stand out and you want it to be clear. So being able to have that wide range and that flexibility is such a great thing. So
And there are AGV vehicles using
Yeah.
our tapes with a color stripe to
right.
visually see and follow.
Yeah, absolutely. So tons of options there. So definitely check out mightylinetape.com, right,
Yes.
to do it. And you can order a free sample kit too,
Yes,
right?
we'll send you a free kit.
Yeah.
It'll come out to you right away. The service is second to none. It's a great company. A bunch of young people doing the right thing and doing it for a good cause. So we're there to support you. And if you have any unique safety issues, I'd be happy to try to help you.
All right, definitely. So Dave, thank you so much for coming by the
Thank
booth
you.
and talking to us. And we love the tape, so keep it up.
Okay.
All right,
Take care.
thank you, sir.